welcome everybody to another short video here. I am covering the Carrino deck on the Harkonnen side of Dune War for Arrakis. Alright, well everybody will have to let me know how everything comes across in this video. We got a new computer, and we'll see how we do. Alright, let's start. As a reminder, S tier cards are cards that I would pretty much trade for any other card in the deck, oftentimes in either deck. F tier cards are cards I generally will just discard. D tier cards are good on certain occasions. B tier I will pretty much always play. A tier I like those cards. So, all right, let's start off with an F tier card, which is Seek Out the Mahdi. Move a legion of your choice. In the action, in their next action, your opponent cannot place or deploy Paul on the board, nor move him with a legion containing him. So a couple things on this. One, it doesn't let you attack. Two, it's only a single move. And then while this can be well timed and, delay Paul coming out, maybe to score an objective, generally this I think is the worst Carrino card in the deck. So that's what I'm going with for an F tier card. That being said, sometimes I will still play it if I'm desperate, mostly for a move. All right, D tier card. First one, Shigawire. Similar reason here. Shigawire or Shigawire, I'm gonna go with. Move a legion containing a Sardaukar. Again, just a single move. And then the bonus is just putting a named leader in the regeneration tank. Again, there are some times where you want to play this card. It's just not great. You know, you could use a strategy dice to move 2 legions. And then the named leader in the regeneration tank is often for messing with prescience cards. Sometimes to prep for an attack, though. Okay, another D tier card, Moving the Battle Group. Place a Bashar in 2 elites in the free mountain area of your choice. Now, typically this card will get played here to threaten this siege, or maybe here to threaten this one, or, that's kind of the main 2, I think. Most of the time, I feel like this is a very common place to stage in round 1. So maybe this is the most common of the 2 places to put it. But without the named leader there, it's just not very good. It's not place and then attack. It's just place. Deploy somewhere that's in a mountain, that's not in a village, is essentially what that card is. So there are times and places where you'd want to do it, but generally not the best. Okay. Manipulation of others. C tier cards. C tier cards are fine. They generally have some value, and they're okay to play. It's not like you have to discard these. Force your opponent to discard 2 planning cards of their choice and then draw 2 planning cards. So I view this as sort of a, you could use a Mentat dice to play this, and then instead of just drawing 2 cards, you can also force them to discard 2. So slightly better than, using a Mentat dice for just drawing 2 cards. So it's okay. Spies over Arrakis, reveal any siege and all deployment tokens in that area, and then draw 2 planning cards. So that's kind of like a half house dice value. You can place an Ornithopter and then scout immediately. It allows you to scout without a ban, and then it replaces with 2 planning cards, which is okay. Some things that get overlooked at that card is there's a number of objectives that require revealing items in a siege. And so that's something that can be beneficial. If you're trying to prevent a certain objective from being scored, you can play spies all over Arrakis and then draw 2 replacement cards. The next one, okay, this is the first of 3 Rage overcame Shaddam the 4th. If Shaddam is not in play, you play discard and then you play another card. And this is the worst of the 3 cards because if the Emperor is already in play, you can place him and 4 units in a settlement of your choice. Okay, so oftentimes you're wanting to deploy Shaddam in a area that's close to an attack, and if there's not a settlement immediately near Ornithopters, or if it already has a couple of elites and Sardaukar in there, you can't get all 4 units in there. So overall, not the best of the 3 cards, but also just play it and then play another card to get Shaddam in. If you drew all 3 Shaddam cards, you would want to enter him in play with this card. Okay, B tier cards. These are good. They provide clear extra value to just the dice. So for example, Sardaukar Pogrom. Move 3 different legions containing a Sardaukar. So a normal move dice lets you move 2 legions. This lets you move 3. So that's pretty good. The hard part is sometimes you don't always have 3 legions that have Sardaukar. So, B tier seems about right. Reports of Traitors. Discard any of your opponent's unused action dice with a house result. This is something that Atreides players don't pay enough attention to, and oftentimes they'll do something like put their Bene Gesserit on a house because they're planning on scoring something. So like if you roll the deploy strategy and leaders like this, instead of putting this on Mentat and then using it, they'll put it on house and then use it for Mentat. Well, when you do that, it opens it up to reports of traitors. So you have to kind of consider that a little bit. All right. I really like this. It helps with timing, and a lot of the times Atreides players are trying to hold on to the house dice till the very end so they can see what they do. All right, Sardaukar's Manor. Move or make a surprise attack with a legion containing a Sardaukar. This I most often use to discard a house dice and then do a surprise attack. Very flexible card. I like surprise attacks better than regular attacks, and usually the group you're attacking with should have a Sardaukar in it. So this is a very stable, good card here. I like it a little better than move 3 different legions with a Sardaukar, and I almost put it in A tier. Sardaukar Disguised, I think we're seeing a theme here. Replace 2 elites on the board with 2 Sardaukar, then move 2 legions containing a Sardaukar. Similar to this, except also a little bit with an upgrade. This is like a get into position to attack card. A little bit worse than Sardaukar's Manor, I think, but still good. Lastly, Breeding Program. So take a Bene Gesserit token and then play a planning card. So this is one of those cards where if you draw it, you just sort of play it and then have a Bene Gesserit token for next turn. And the Bene Gesserit gives you an extra action that's flexible, so pretty good. Improves your next round. The hard part for this is if you draw this on the final round, that's not particularly useful. All right, A tier cards. Here we go. First A tier card. I decide what best serves His Majesty. Place Captain Ereshkigal in a legion containing a Sardaukar and then make a surprise attack. So better than Sardaukar Manor because you're also getting Captain Ereshkigal there, and then if you didn't have a named leader, Ereshkigal is giving you a 1 attack and 1 defend. So just a better version of this. Next, Hope Cloud's Observation. Shuffle back in the deck 1 revealed prescience card of your choice. Now, cards like Seek Out the Mahdi or Spies All Over Arrakis, those cards primarily are used to disrupt somebody from scoring a prescience card. This card just ruins it. So imagine they were trying to score Zendaya. They play 1 dice to deploy. They have to play another dice to maybe move them out of a sector with a Harkonnen Legion, and then another to kill them, but instead of letting them do that, you just shuffle that back into the deck, and now they've wasted the dice for something that's not super helpful. Very good. I've ruined a lot of days with this card. All right, Killers Without Mercy. Attack with a Legion containing a Sardaukar. Not a surprise attack, but at the end of each round, you may continue to battle without pressing, without taking a hit. So I think this is really good. I think a lot of people probably would have this in S tier, except for the fact that it doesn't have a surprise attack is what makes it less exciting for me. Most of the time you have extra hit points, and what you really want is that extra 2 damage from a surprise attack at the beginning. All right, the second rage card here. If the Emperor is, so again, if the Emperor is not in play, he enters play, and then you play another card, same as this one. But instead of 4 regulars and a Harkonnen settlement, you're placing Shaddam into Sardaukar in any legion. They don't have to be in a settlement. They can be next to a siege, ready to attack, to reinforce. Very good card. Again, you want to play this one first and this one next. Lastly, full control of the air. Place 2 ornithopters on the board and then move a legion with your choice. This is often a very surprising card that's catching people off guard. So you can use this in conjunction with Beast. So let's say you had Beast in the mountain here. You could place an ornithopter here, do your first move with Beast, and first move here, and then if you placed another ornithopter here, or I guess maybe first move 1-2, second move 1-2, or you could go, anyway, you get the idea. Place 2 ornithopters on the board, then move a legion. If it were an attack, I think it would be an S tier, but move is still very good. All right, final S tier card. It's 2 of them. The first one is Rage, Overcame, Shaddam. The third card. If the Emperor, again, if he's not in play, you play it and then place a planning cards, same as the other 2 here. However, the bottom, if the Emperor, place the Emperor in a legion containing a Sardaukar, then move and make a surprise attack with this legion. So this is great because you could place the Emperor with the Sardaukar, say here, move with an Ornithopter to here, and then do a surprise attack all the way in the siege over here. So this very much will catch people off guard. And if I draw this card, I tend not to play it until I draw one of these other 2 cards. So I sort of think of this almost as a Hawat scheming card until I draw a second rage card. Then I'll play this, and then oftentimes the next card I'll play is this to do a tricky attack. All right, last card. I think this one is slightly worse than this rage card, but move a legion from a settlement directly to an area containing one of your legions. So if you have a leftover group sitting outside a siege, or you have the card that places 3 regulars out in the desert, you can then move an entire legion from, a defensive position out to an offensive position and then store it for an attack. So those are my tiers. Let me know what you think. Please comment, and if you haven't, like and subscribe, and we'll see where this channel goes. Okay, thanks guys, bye.